Hi, I'm Lyle Johnson, host of Moose Jaw This Week, and today we're in the Herb Taylor room at the Moose Jaw Public Library. And we're talking about a very interesting group in our community. We've had them on once before, and they always have such interesting things. It's Grandmothers for Grandmothers, and it's a group of grandmothers who twin up with another country to try and find a way to help those people be successful in their own community. So MARILYN CROPP is with me, and she's does public relations for the group.
Okay, I think I'm going to start by sort of correcting a little bit there. We're part of the Stephen Lewis Foundation, which is a registered charity, and the Stephen Lewis Foundation is very involved in helping AIDS victims in Africa. We're currently, through them, helping over 300 programs in 15 countries. So it's not just being paired up with just one community. No. The funds that we might raise might help an orphanage in one country. It might help a health education program in another country. There's an awful lot of different things it could help with.
So it's not just a small group, it's a big group.
Well, the group here in Moose Jaw is small, but there are many different grandmothers groups across the country, and we're not all grandmas. I'm not. For example, one of our founders, Eleanor Cox, never married, never had kids, never had children. You do not have to be a grandmother to join. We will take men. Do you want to join, LYLE?
Well, now there's an offer. I'll have to check and see by the end of the show. Now, NOLA AYRES is here, and of course NOLA, you may or may not know, but recently she was got allowed to go to Uganda, and that's a big, long trip to get there. But tell us about your experience in your trip going there, NOLA.
Well, it was really a wonderful experience. As you said, it took 36 hours to get there and touched down in 6 different airports, but it was worth every single minute of it. And the reason for our attendance there was a large convening that was being held with 500 Ugandan grandmothers and 20 Canadian grandmothers and 2 from the UK. And the purpose of this convening was to bring into the public eye some of the problems that the grandmothers were having over there, some of their successes, but also the fact that in many cases they are being denied their human rights and social justice as they try to hold together the families and the communities in the midst of this AIDS and HIV pandemic. So it was the convening was organized by 6 of the community-based organizations that are funded by the Stephen Lewis Foundation, and they work in partnership with them. And it was a very intelligent and very effective and very well-coordinated event, and it did showcase the grandmothers and what it was that they needed. There was a procession downtown through the town of Entebbe, which has a population of about 80,000. So there's 500 grandmothers with their placards about what it is that they want and they need. And there was a showcase of local and African talent, and there was workshops where the grandmothers participated in, and we took notes through an interpreter, and there was facilitators. So very, very well run, and at the end of it they developed what they called an Entebbe statement, which is what they're going to do going forward. And there's going to be a consortium that will look at what it is that the grandmothers need to continue to move forward and to hold the country together like they have been doing. And I think some people a lot of people have maybe forgotten about the fact that AIDS is still a big issue. 5,000 people still die every day from AIDS. Every day. Every day, and every year. Okay. Yeah, every year, and there are still 25 million people living in Africa with AIDS, and about 35 in the world. So by far, Africa is still bearing the brunt of this illness. Yeah.
Now, how did you get involved with this? Like, I don't know, being a grandmother, but how did the process come up for you to be able to go to Uganda? Well,
I am retired and continue to look for meaningful work, and I had joined the grandmothers group in Regina before I even knew there was a group in Regina. I now belong to both of them. And I get an email from them, and there was an application form to go to Africa. And I thought, just on a whim, I thought, well, it'll be good for me to fill out this application form, 8 pages, and then you had to get 2 letters of reference. So I had to ask a couple of people if they would do that for me, which they very kindly did, and sent it off, and then got a call a couple of days later saying that I could go to Uganda with this group. So I felt very honored and very privileged to be able to do that.
And of course, Marilyn, you've got some information to share with the people about, you've been doing some fundraising locally, and so we've got some announcements to make. So you go ahead and let's hear those announcements. Okay.
Well, actually, I'm going to point one thing out. I'm wearing a necklace that I bought at our craft sale. NOLA brought some things back from Uganda, handmade, so I had first dibs. I bought this one. Okay. I'm wearing that. I'm wearing our Grandmothers for Grandmothers pin. Now, some of you in the area know that we've been doing a raffle lately. We've been selling raffle tickets at the co-op and out of our purses since May, end of May of this year, through the end of October. It's been our best ever fundraiser ever.
Good for you.
We managed to raise through the raffle $2,265, which will be going off to the Stephen Lewis Foundation, and 90 cents out of every dollar we send away does reach those programs over there. So it will help those kids. It will help those grandmothers that are raising up to 12 kids because there's nobody else left in the family. Now, I want to announce who our winners were, and I want to take a moment to thank the sponsors of our prizes, all locally donated, which were great. Our grand prize winner was Jean Crittenden. She's in Gravelburg. She was absolutely ecstatic. I had to hold the phone out when I phoned her because she was just, you know, my ear was just ringing because she was so excited. Now, she won the quilt that was donated to us by K&J Quilt Guild at St. Andrews. Bev Vonnegut, okay.
Yep.
Anyway, Bev was very excited. She won our second prize, and she lives out at Mortlack. And she won the prize that was donated by Murray's GM package bag. There was a denim shirt, hat, travel mugs, plus she won Landscape Restaurant gift certificate. Okay. So she was very happy about that.
And the third one? Was
won by a MARILYN Torgerson. MARILYN is in Moose Jaw, and she was very, very happy. She won the free massages from Soul Connection here in Moose Jaw, plus the Rodo's Pizza gift certificates and Humpty's gift certificates. So when we left after presenting her with her prizes, she was planning already that she was going to get a massage and she was going to be taking her grandkids out to eat. So she was quite excited.
I think Bob would like to have that today because our cameraman had a big run and then he had to do a little bit of running today as well. But he had a 4-mile run last night, so he was feeling it today. But he's here and toughing through. Now you got one more thing you wanted to say.
Well, yeah, I have no idea how much time we've used, but okay, the trade show that we were involved with at November 7th at the St. Andrew's Church was quite successful. It was quite busy. I do not know how many people came through, but we made about $1,000 between the snacks that we were selling, the tea, the bake table, and the craft table. But we do have to subtract about $200, $250 for expenses, but that was quite well.
No, that's wonderful.
So basically this year we've had our best year ever since we were founded in 2007.
That's great. So thank you and congratulations on that. Now, you saw how this was successful. What did you think about those successes of this year? Does that make you feel pretty good about being a grandmother?
Oh, absolutely, and it makes you realize how just being a global citizen and lending a helping hand can make such a difference in people's lives. And it's just very rewarding to see an organization as efficient and intelligent as the Stephen Lewis Foundation, to see the actual results of when they partner with the community-based organizations in Africa, how effective that can be. They are the experts, and the foundation totally realizes that the experts are in the country, and they take their leadership from them, but they still need the funding and support of
I need the grandmothers who can go there and connect, because it's very much a personal experience for them as it was for you.
Yes, yes, it was. And before we went, we said we were told we would be building solidarity with the grandmothers. And these grandmothers, as soon as they saw us at the hotel, they all came up to us and hugged us and thanked us. And they did that just about every time they saw us. And they are so grateful. And they're just such wonderful, strong women. And they were very open to sharing their stories of how they've been left with some as many as 18 orphans, and how they're managing to get their lives back together with the help of these amazing organizations that are reaching out to them.
So if you want to become a member, how do you do it? Do you want to tell me? Do you think Marilyn should?
I think Marilyn should.
Okay, Marilyn, it's your last. We're summing up here,
okay.
so.
Okay, quick summary, just a quick little note. NOLA paid her own way over, by the way. Okay, so no, we don't use the money that we raise for the trip, which is very important. Now, you could phone Shirley, 693-4408, for more information about the local group, or you could email me at mcwall, all small letters, @sastel.net if you'd like to join. And all you have to do is be a caring adult that's got a bit of time that could donate to help with our cause. We meet at Rosewood. Our next meeting is November 30th, 1:30 in the afternoon at Rosewood Apartments Social Hall.
Okay, thank you very much, Marilyn. Thank you, NOLA. I want to say congratulations on the success of the year and on the experience that you enjoyed. That wraps it up for here. So, Lyle Johnson saying I'll look forward to seeing you again on Moose Jaw this week.